What's going on, guys? Welcome to the YouTube channel. This is a new series, Theme Team Tuesdays. So basically, every Tuesday going forward, I'm going to give you guys the S tier theme teams, the top, let's just say top three theme teams in Madden 26 up to date, and then I'll give you guys a couple of sleeper teams to look out for that we may be transitioning to, in the upcoming week or so. All right, so let's jump right into it. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that sub button. All right, guys, we're actually going to start with our honorable mentions. There's two teams that I think we can see in the next week or so transitioning into a top theme team. The first theme team that we're going to talk about is the Denver Broncos. All right, so it's 50 Broncos, 20 most feared. You're going to see that as the theme for this week. Most feared is here. So all five of the teams that we talk about today are going to be 50-20. All right. So we're going to start here left to right. Ogden, Schlereth. You need these times two cards for every team. So you got the Broncos one. Trey Smith gets Broncos. You got a free card here. All the backups for all these teams are going to be whatever team that we're using. The reason that I think the Broncos are really solid. Okay, so we got Evans obviously at 92 speed. Moss, he's going to be off theme. Broncos just got Vernon Davis, so you'll get a really fast tight end at 92 speed. And we use Shapeshifter here as far as running back, 95 speed. So offense isn't that great, if I must say. They do have an edge with Vernon being so fast at tight end. That is nice to have. This team doesn't get Randy Moss, which obviously I think Moss is a very, very important piece in the game currently. Now, where this team has a lot of potential and has a lot of speed is on defense. They have two 95 speed safeties. You get the Shapeshifter, and you also get Brian Dawkins at 95 speed. A player that you guys are going to look at right here in Barron, he's also very fast. I believe he's 94 speed. You get DRC at 91, 92 speed. Perry right here, he's going to be fast at D tackle. Faster, I should say. Not super fast, but yeah, this is a very, very good defense, really most notably because Dawkins and Barron, 95, and I believe Barron's 94 speed. So you bring a lot of speed in the secondary. Obviously, Perry's are really good. He gets double or nothing and instant rebates. That's a good stack. So this team defensively, a lot of speed. Offensively, again, you have Vernon. Everything else is kind of standard. All right, one bad thing, you don't get Moss, and you're going to see that's a theme for the S tier teams. They all have Moss. Moving on to the second honorable mention. All right, guys, honorable mention number two, a team, again, that's maybe just a piece or so away from being at that next level, right? So we got the Commanders, Trent Williams, left to right, you see it here, Schlereth, Mack, Dotson, Membo. Membo's going to be on every team. All right, so Commanders, again, 92 speed Vernon. Can't stress it enough, speed is everything, right? If you have the speed, they have the faster players, they're just going to pull away from people defensively. So Vern being the fastest there. All right, they do not get Moss on theme, so Randy Moss is going to be off theme, but he is going to get +2 speed, so he'll be at 92 speed with Mike Evans 92 as well. They do get the Shapeshifter as well. All these teams, I love running Shapeshifter at running back, 95 speed. Jaden Daniels on theme, so he'll be 89, which is nice. All right, defensively, again, this team has a little bit of edge defensively. As you guys can see, we're going to start off left to right. Dawkins here, solid. Obviously, new card, most feared. Jeremy Chin, a really good safety, 6'3". He's going to be fast, tall. You love that if you are a commander. All right, up front, Jason Taylor at 89 speed is amazing. He's amazing at 86 speed. I run him off theme. Again, I think this team is just one piece away from really taking them to the next level. A lot of people love Jaden, so they get that. Vernon's new and fast. Jeremy Chin, tall. This team, again, I think they're just one piece away. Jason Taylor's amazing. So 1-2 pieces away for these two honorable mentions, and I think they could be next level. All right, guys, let's talk about our big three. Coming in at number 3 this week, 50 Pats, 20 most feared. I'm going to tell you why I like the Pats so much. Let's start off. We could ignore O-line. Jasecki, 90 speed tight end with spin cycle. Okay, so that is amazing. He spins. He's fast. Really good. Randy Moss on theme, 95 speed. You have Evans at 92. And then you could run Diggs if you like, Adams, whichever receiver you like there as far as, your preference goes. Again, shapeshifter for me at running back. And then another big key is Cam Newton. You get him +3 speed with the Pats, so that is obviously a bonus. He's the best quarterback in the game. Gesicki, Cam, Moss, these are all huge benefits for the offense. Now, defensively, it is not as great as in the secondary as the next two teams that you'll see, but they do have some pieces. I do not play Peppers on my squad. I like Shazier in the middle with 91 speed, but he's on every team. Dawkins, obviously, he's really fast, so you can use him. But Malcolm Butler, a little undersized for my liking. He's available for this squad. I do use Sauce Gardner on all these teams at 6'1", 91 speed. I feel like he's just a must. That Woolen just came out too. I want to make sure that we state that Woolen, if you could fit him on these teams, he is amazing at 6'4", 91 speed. But yeah, this team lacks a little bit in the secondary, but their offense is so good, and I think that just has to have them in the top three in my opinion. Huge speed and size at tight end. Again, Moss chemmed up, 95 speed. You can't beat that. And then Cam Newton, who I think is the very best quarterback in the game, you get him maxed out with speed, which will be 92 now with this new Cam Newton. All right, guys, coming in at number 2, it is a popular theme team. This is arguably number 1. I have a small bias to number 1, but I do think there's an argument. All right, so I really think this is 1A, 1B. If I'm being truthful, 1A, 1B, it's really just based off preference. I'm going to go ahead and show you the Raiders 50, most feared 20. And left to right, you see it here. This is Raiders. Darren Waller. Okay, so this is, again, you're going to debate these teams. Waller's at 88 speed at tight end for this team, okay? You got Moss at 95. You got Evans at 92. Cam Newton off theme. Shapeshifter running back is where I'm at with it. He's 95, but you can use Dickerson. If you like Dickerson at 93 speed, run your shapeshifter elsewhere, I guess. Maybe at tight end. This could give you some speed at tight end. The problem when you do that is if you put the shapeshifter at tight end, right, and you come out, let's just say you come out in a traditional 3 wide receivers, a tight end, and a running back, the game is going to register it as 3 wide receivers and 2 running backs. So you cannot audible. So this is one of the downsides to doing that. But if you don't audible a lot, you can do that, all right? So that's the offense for the Raiders. Defensively, again, where they shine, you get 91. That new Max Crosby at 91 speed is insane. He's insane. Mac chemmed up. Mike Jones. This is where they win the battle when it comes to them versus the other team that I'm going to show you. Their front 7 with Max, Mac, Mike Jones. Howie Long's a little bit outdated, but still valid. Mays, amazing at 6'3". Jeremy Chin, 6'3". Shapeshifter, 6'3". Again, the key, 6'3", really tall and fast, right? Shapeshifter, Mays, Chin, 6'2", DRC, fast. You got Tariq Woolen, 6'3", 91 speeds. Gardner, this team is insane. All right, so if you want to put them at 1, you can do that. But who I think is number 1 is this next team. All right, guys, number 1, in my opinion, again, this is just my opinion, they have the fastest offense, and I think that matters. And you're going to see the defense as well, very valid. All right, so offensive line, solid. You got Trent, you got Allen. This is the Niners 50, most feared 20 team. 92 speed Davis. Remember, the Raiders got 88 speed. This is 92, so that's +4 in speed. He doesn't spin with spin cycle, although I did hear that it's getting nerfed. We'll see if that happens. So 92 versus 88, that's pretty big. Both teams have Moss. Both teams have Evans. Both have a shapeshifter running back. Both have Cam off theme. What the Raiders do not have is another 93 speed receiver in Ayuk. So we got 95, 93, 92. All right, so they're faster. They're faster at your second wide receiver or third, wherever you play Ayuk, opposed to the Raiders, and they're faster at tight end offensively. So more speed on offense. Defensively, this team doesn't lack either. There's a lot of size on this team for me currently. 6'3" Mays, again, shapeshifter, same as Raiders, these two. I run Tariq Woolen at 6'4". I run Sauce Gardner at 6'3". Richard Sherman is 6'3". So we got the size and the speed just like the Raiders in the secondary. Where the Raiders win is Max Crosby being that +3 speed. So I only have him at 88. The Raiders have him at 91. Linebackers the same with Shazier. I use Fred, Shazier, or you could use whoever you like at linebacker. But where the Raiders win is the other players, right? So I have Mafe out there at 88 speed. They have 91 speed or whatever. Mike Jones, he beats Mafe, right, speed wise. And then at D tackle, I'm currently using Jason Taylor, and I'm not using Kinlaw, although he is Niners. Who am I using at D tackle? I'm using Max at D tackle. I'm actually using Ted Hendricks. So Ted Hendricks gets every team. But again, 1A, 1B, whether you want to flip them or not is fine. I think you should be one of those top 3 teams though. Niners, Raiders, Pats with the 20 most feared. Those are the 3 best teams. Look out for the other 2 teams that I mentioned, the Commanders and the Broncos. Again, I think they're just a piece or 2 away. If they start getting those guys in the most feared promo, maybe a legend, maybe a collector series going forward, you can see those teams come to the front, come to the S tier. All right, so those are my top 5 teams of this current week. Hope you guys enjoy this. Hopefully, you guys can get some roster advice. If you guys have any questions, please leave it in the comment section. Thank you guys again. Leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel for more content. Thank you. See you on the next video. Peace.